Cherie, I really want to do this. Where do I start?
You know, if you really want to do it, and it's not for everyone. If you really want to do it, and your heart's in it, it's a little bit of work to get started, and it's worth the persistence. It took me a lot of persistence to get in. My students, it doesn't take as much because I can lead them through. But I highly recommend taking tour director and tour management training to get started. So you know when you go to the employer, you have something to sell. Other classes that I highly recommend would be history, geography, geology, horticulture. They're going to want to know about every plant. They're going to forget 2 seconds from now, but they want to know about every plant. Art, architecture. In Europe and other countries, the guides already and the tour directors are required to have that information. It's a 2-year program. We don't have that in the United States. That's why I wrote my textbook. I'm trying to get it into the colleges. But in the meantime, you're going to have to educate yourself on those topics. That looks real good on your resume, too. I often have people in my classes that have taught history and geography, elementary teachers, that have taught you California history and missions. I mean, it looks great on their resume. You need to get your letter out, your cover letter. You need to follow up. A lot of people get in with emergency hiring. They say, we're not hiring now, and when they need someone, suddenly they hire. Most companies don't train, but some will hire, and this is becoming more common now. They'll hire trained tour directors, and then they'll put them on a tour with an experienced tour director, with a group. Now, that experienced tour director doesn't have time to train you as a tour director. They have a group to take care of. That's not their job. But they'll send you along so that you can learn their properties, their documentation, their paperwork, their optional tours, their particular procedures for their company, which is great. So if you have the training, you go in and you say, I know how to do tours. A lot of them, you don't have to lie and say, I've done tours, but I'm a trained tour director. Then it's a good step into the business and a good professional, again, resume, cover letter. Approach it as you would any job, because it is competitive, but they always need professionally trained tour directors and guides. So thank you today for watching the videos. My name is Cherie Anderson, and this has been brought to you by Expert Village. And I want to thank you, and I hope that you've been able to learn a little bit about what I love. I love this industry, travel and tourism. It's the largest and fastest growing industry in the world and in the United States, and most people don't know that. There's so many opportunities that I touched on today, and additional opportunities that I haven't had time to touch on today. If it's for you, I want to invite you to my website, which is tourtraining.com. From there, you can go to my class, Get Paid to Travel, offered at over 1,500 colleges throughout the world. Also my textbook, the Tour Director Training Guide. Again, it's not for everyone, but if you love travel, you love people, you think you have the background and the skills for this, let me help you get into the business and enjoy traveling. So happy trails.